Well, hello there. I'm Tatiana Vogt, the GM Witch, and today we're going to be flipping through the Remarkable Shops and the Remarkable Inns books to help give you an idea of whether or not these are good books for you to use in your games. Now, before we get into the flip through, I just wanted to say a big thank you to everybody who has been so supportive, and if you're interested in knowing where I've been and what the plans are or the future for this channel is, definitely stick around to the end. Otherwise, let's get into the flip through. All right, let's get into this. So starting with the Remarkable Shops and their Wares booklets, let's see what you can expect out of this. So I love the idea of this because I'm sure we've all been in a situation where you're playing a game and they need something, you're in a town and people want to go to a shop and you just don't know where to send people off to. So hopefully this will be something useful for that. So here is the kind of table of contents sort of section. So you've got the actual table of contents and then you have something that sort of tells you how to use the book. So it says it's an inspirational world building guide to turn ordinary shop visits into memorable role-playing experiences. It will provide you with everything you need to elevate your fantasy stores beyond dull bookkeeping or simply swapping gold for items. So it's got a whole system, it seems like, to kind of help enhance your shopping experience within game. So chapter 1, we have the Remarkable Shops. Chapter 2, bringing your shops to life, and 3, player operated shops, and then creating your own shops and your different appendix, creating custom staff and creating custom items. Overall, I think the quality of this book is really nice. I'm really happy with it. I ended up getting this off of TTRPG, so it is a print on demand. Something that's really nice is it has a kind of guide to give you an idea, like quick look at what this shop is all about. So in this case, it's a pretty wealthy shop with high prices and really advanced security. It has pretty decent influence, and the type of stuff is lightning powered weapons and armor, which makes sense because it's the Thunder Spire Forge. So there's combat training, repairs, enchanting, smithing. So Frozen Fury, Bridge of Souls, At the Gates of Mercy. So the owner and the staff, I do like that they have some photos of what some of these characters would look like. Your players are looking for a type of thing, and this is an adventure that they can go through to get to it. So I think that's pretty nice. You've got some notable patrons that you can find there, exclusive items, rumors and secrets. So there's a lot of really useful stuff here. And then let me just skip around a little bit because I don't really want to show everything. But this looks like something that you can probably find in, you know, a city or a town or something. So the Sheer Dread, not very wealthy, doesn't have too high of prices. The security is low. It's got decent influences, and you can go here for tonics, poisons, knives, and information. So this could be really useful to kind of fit into a game. I think that's really nice. Again, I love that they have some ideas that you can use for what the staff looks like, what the secret services are, code phrases to use them. That's really cool. So you might want to have it where your players can either come here and realize that they can't access this, be told about it, and have to find somebody who gives them the code or bring somebody who is in the know. So like there's different ways that you give them access to this kind of stuff, which I think is really cool. Haircuts and tonic, odds and ends, bloody beard oil, ember marbles, masterwork, artful gloves, very rare. It tells you how rare these things are. So this one's 2,500 gold pieces. So this is a great way to start emptying out your players' pockets if they have too much gold. Again, notable patrons. So Gerba, a male half-elf orc assassin. So I love this. Then we have rumors and secrets again. I think this is a really nice one. So the stray flower, the sign, the key, just to give you different things that can be sparked from entering this location. So it's not just you go into a shop, you buy things. There's so much more to the encounter, and I absolutely love this. So bringing your shops to life. So this chapter provides everything you need to bring your fantasy shops to life. Elevate your role-playing experience by offering your heroes exciting things to do next time they're looking to spend their hard-earned gold. Some materials in this chapter are presented as optional rules you can tailor to fit your needs. At all times, you are encouraged to find your own unique way to role-play store visits. So I love that, kind of encouraging ways of using this information to create your own, make your own, or adjust things for your own sake, and encouraging that. I love when things encourage that. I feel like it's a given that as a game master, you can change things how you want to fit within your play style, your environment, your world, and, you know, your player's play style. But I also just really appreciate it when books remind you, especially for new GMs who forget that we have control to modify some of this stuff within reason. And as long as everybody's having fun. More stuff about wealth beyond the price tag, poor establishments, fakes and forgeries. I love this. We also have poor establishment effects, so you can roll a d20 to figure some of this stuff out. Let me grab a d20. So a 2. Okay, so undercover guards pose as customers and target the adventurers for investigation. And then we have rich establishments, so wealthy establishment effects, a 15. A book at the desk is said to list all of the wares of the store. Ask and it will appear before you. That's a pretty neat thing. Currencies, bartering. I love that there's like a little section to help you, you know, figure that out. Other currencies, so you have alternate currencies. So this place likes flawless seashells and conches, so you can get stuff using this alternative currency for a specific place. Shopkeepers, influences, authority levels. So there's so much interesting stuff that you can get in here. Security, awareness, affecting circumstances. Okay, so like supply and demand, the challenges of supply. So if for some reason in your world something's low on supply and the demands are still high, you can decide to make those specific things more expensive because it makes sense. I think that's cool. I don't know if that's exactly what they're saying here, but I think that's a really interesting way to think of it. So I hope that's kind of what they're talking about. So no powerful metropolises survive solely on the goods and materials it produces locally. Yeah, so if you don't get access to things, character quests, remarkable wares, fantastical shops, peculiar potions, special services, mounts and familiars, and, you know, prices, rarities. This is all really useful stuff that you can kind of come up with. Familiars and pets. I love the idea of having something like this. So you can have a shop that's all around familiars and pets, and you can allow your characters to get a pet depending on how much, you know, gold that they have. And you can also cut some of these out. Like, they're not going to have all of these available at all times. They're probably going to have, you know, a couple of exotics and several commons, and they might not even have any remarkable ones when you arrive. So depending on the levels, you can change that. So tomes. So there's a lot of super useful stuff in here. Let's go to the next chapter. Looks like I was literally there. Player operated stores. So if you want your player to allow your players to get their own store, you've got the different store type. They have to go through a planning phase, the idea of building to profit, role-playing a player operated store. The size matters, the building phase or the location phase, the building cost, the building phase. Yeah, it just gives you so much. Operating your store, getting staffs, how much it's going to cost for certain things, making a profit, taking losses, successes or failures. I love this. I love this so much. Creating your own shop. There's a ton of tables to help that, and then creating custom staff, creating custom items. So I think this is a super useful, look at that, shop floor prints for the shops in the beginning that we went through. So this is so cool. So yeah, that is the remarkable shops. Now let's slide over here to Remarkable Inns. So created by the same people. So Remarkable Inns and Their Drinks is the title of this one. Every story has a beginning. I believe that's talking about them. Section 1, Remarkable Inns and Their Drinks. And then it just jumps right in. Similar structure to the last book, it seems. So we have this one, high wealth, high prices, high security, decent authority, 10 normal rooms and 3 luxury suites. There's stables, lodging, calming repair, and hunting excursions. There's hunt masters, rangers, and mountaineers. And you've got your innkeeper and staff. You have notable patrons, sleep beneath the trees. So it's full of service resorts as well as rest stops for weary travelers. In addition to the staff members listed above, there are a number of kitchen, housekeeper, and general service staff members on site. Oh, we have our specials. I love this because it seems fairly extensive to kind of let you know what that looks like. There's special effects for some of these, which is really cool. So you've got the grilled owl bear steak, or Phelan's Finest. This looks like it's a drink. Whitewood wine. You've got luxury suites to give you an idea of what those 3 suites are. Rumors and secrets. Mysterious deaths, notable marriage, and then we kind of go on to some additional. So yeah, there's some pretty awesome stuff in here. Here we go. Bringing your inns to life. Information about the disposition levels, non-unwelcoming, intolerant, violent, the effects of different dispositions, influencing the disposition or being favored, the innkeeper's authority, security, just kind of different ways on how to figure this stuff out. Wealth and prices, wealthy establishments. The inn provides you with private dining areas away from the crowds. Lodging services, food and drinks, outlandish dishes and drinks. So we've got several different things to kind of choose from in here. Creating your own inn here in section 3. So again, lots of different tables that you can use. So tavern name generator. So we have the King's Duke. The King's Duke. Creating characters, memorable things to characterize it. Lots of different. Deepening your NPCs, creating your innkeepers and servants. Last round, a little place for you to keep your own notes. Special thanks to their backers. That's really sweet. And that's it. So that is really, really exciting. I think both of these are super useful things to kind of add to your arsenal to help with preparing for a game, and possibly, if you are more familiar with the book, coming up with something sort of on the spot. But I personally will probably use this to kind of help with preparation, where if I decide that I want them to come up with you know, an interesting spot or place to visit, I can kind of tab the locations that make sense for a session. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, and yeah, you can see the information on the back. And it looks like both of these are from Lore Smith. I know that they're from the same place. And then there's the website, so you can go to loresmith.com to get more information. And then, like I said, I believe I got both of these from TTRPG, and I will have them listed down below if you are interested in grabbing these for yourself. So definitely check out that link, and I guess I'll let me say goodbye. Okay, so I just, like I said, wanted to say a big thank you for all of the support and everything. As some of you already know from my last video, which is no longer up, I did take a sort of break. I decided to merge this channel with my old main art channel, and it was not working. I ended up posting one tabletop RPG related video there, and then struggled to continue posting anything else. It just didn't make sense to do that with the audience that I have on that channel, and I felt bad about giving up on this channel. So I decided to come back, but I'm still focusing on a lot of other stuff in my life. So instead of posting once a week, I'm trying to just make sure that I post at least once a month on this channel, and ideally twice, so roughly once every other week. And I'm planning on doing it on Tuesdays, so you should see a video from me once every other Tuesdays or at least once a month. So we'll kind of see how it goes. I'm sort of thinking of doing stuff like this for one of them, and for the second video, depending on how much time I have, I'd like to work on prepping for a homebrew campaign and kind of take you guys along my process of building a new campaign to use for homebrews. I haven't been GMing for a little while. A lot of my games have kind of fallen through the cracks, especially with everything going on with the holidays and just life in general as the pandemic is going on and things like that. So I don't know how much of that is actually going to happen, but that's kind of the plan, and the hope is that I'll be able to share some tips and tricks and how I handle some of that stuff as somebody who doesn't have a ton of experience, and hopefully give people who are also unsure about their GMing skills a little bit of confidence, because if I can do it, so can you. Anyway, I am so excited to be back and filming footage and videos again. So thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed. I hope you stick around and look forward to some more future content, and I will see you in the next video. Until next time, bye.